let's take a look at our salmon. Inspired by TikTok.
For the night, 767, man, the shit got double bedroom, man. I still got scores to settle, man. I got down the block, made a right, yeah. Cut the lights, made a price, yeah. Niggas think it's sweet, it's on sight, yeah. Nothing nice, bagging for my ice.
Hey YouTube, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Desiree. Miss Thickeray, if you're a little freak-a-leak. No, I'm just joking. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I have been seeing this viral TikTok recipe going around, the salmon rice bowl. If y'all have seen it, it's pretty much just grilled salmon, rice. I think it's Japanese mayo, something like that, and like sriracha. But I could not find sriracha when I went to the grocery store today. They also put avocado in it. I have avocados. Oh, okay, it is ripe. I thought my avocado wasn't ripe, so I was just gonna make an excuse like, oh, my avocados aren't ripe, I can't use them, but this one feels pretty ripe, so I am gonna use it. So that's cool, but yeah, I didn't get sriracha because I didn't have it at my frills. So annoying, and I didn't know where to go to get the Japanese mayo. So what I did was I got this mayo racha. It's a 2-for-1, so this is gonna be my substitute for the sauces that they put on it. Let me show y'all the TikTok or whatever the video. I'm gonna just put it up here so y'all can see like exactly what I'm talking about. It's just a little bowl, like some steamed rice, grilled salmon, avocado, and the condiments, and then some seaweed too. So when you mash up or you smash the salmon and the rice, you like eat it with the seaweed. So I got some seaweed. Let's do it. Let's do it. I love salmon. I'm African. I love rice. Can't really go wrong with that. Avocado with seaweed. Like, I'm a sushi lover. Let's do it. Went to the fish market and I got me some salmon the other day just because, like, I like salmon. I wasn't planning on doing this video when I purchased it, but it's pretty damn perfect, right? So this is what we're gonna do. First of all, I'm gonna start by boiling the rice. Everybody knows that shit takes forever. I do have a rice cooker, but it's like a rice cooker slash pressure cooker slash steamer. It's like a really big contraption, so I don't feel like pulling that out right now. I'm just gonna boil my rice manually on the stove. Let me show y'all how I do that. All right, so this is the pot that I'm using to boil my rice. This is the rice that I'm using. Let me see, I think it's just long grain white rice. Yep, long grain white rice. I'm just gonna put like maybe a cup. I'm not gonna make a lot. Alright, so that's about a cup that I put in there. Now I'm gonna wash it. Because you have to. I know people don't, and that's disgusting, but you definitely gotta rinse your rice like a couple times. Just get all that starch out. So after my initial rinse, I hit it one more time. One more time. Make sure we got it, everything. All the yuckies, all the nasties, the starch, whatever. Let's make sure we get all of that out. And I don't really like boiling my rice with water. Like if I have chicken broth or a beef broth, I will use that instead. And I did actually get some chicken broth the other day. Campbell's chicken broth. So that's what I'm gonna use to boil my rice. Now, growing up, my dad taught me a trick. If you don't know how to boil rice, like you don't know how to gauge the water to rice ratio, there's an easy trick. So the trick is to take your water, chicken broth, whatever you're using, coconut milk, you know, so many different ways to make rice, whatever you're using, and pour it so it covers all the rice. So if the rice stops here, like here at the tip of my finger, you want the water to stop right there. So this is what it looks like. I usually put salt in my rice when I'm boiling it, but if I'm using chicken broth that has sodium in it, this one has sodium in it. then I won't put additional salt. I always put butter in my rice too. I mean, it's margarine, but you get the point. Butter, margarine, same shit. So yeah, salt and butter, I always add that to my rice. I'm not adding salt today because the chicken broth has sodium in it. Let's boil it on high, because once it starts actually boiling, like once you see that it's come to a boil and it bubbles up, we're gonna bring it down and we're gonna cover it in foil. So for now, let's boil it on high. All right, so now that the rice is boiling, let me just do a quick little mix up. Now that it's actually boiling, I'm gonna turn the heat down. I'm gonna turn it to, let's do 4. I'm gonna turn the heat to 4, turn that completely down. I have a piece of foil, I'm gonna cover the rice in. Just cover it up. If you know, you know. Cover it back. And that's just gonna steam on low. I'm sipping, of course, because why not? But let me cut my salmon. Of course, handle your meats with clean hands only. So I'm actually gonna cut it in half and then rip the skin off, because that's probably gonna make what I'm trying to do here a little easier, because I'm not about to use all of that salmon. I'm just gonna use that. So there we go. Skinless salmon. Now I'm gonna wash it. So I'm gonna rinse my salmon under just like lukewarm water. I don't like cleaning my meats with vinegar, even though I do sometimes. Like if I don't have lemon juice, I'll use vinegar, but I don't like vinegar because I just don't like the taste of it. Like with lemon juice, I cook with lemon juice sometimes anyway, so I don't mind the taste of that on my meats, but I don't really with the taste of vinegar on my meats. So lemon juice, pour that on top. I'm gonna pour it on the bottom too. Put that lemon juice back in the fridge, and I'm gonna just let that sit there for a bit, and then I'm gonna rinse that off as well. And there are no bones in the salmon, thankfully. I'm now gonna pat it dry. Just grab some paper towel, pat it dry. Now we're gonna season it. I'm gonna start with Old Bay. Not too much, because I'm gonna do the other side and I'm also gonna use other seasonings. So I don't wanna do too much with this. And also, like, there's already chicken broth in my rice, right? So we don't wanna do too much with the seasonings. I mean, I usually don't have a problem doing too much with seasonings. Like, I like to put more than enough. I want my food to be really, really flavorful, but I also don't want to do too much. So this is garlic salt. I'm gonna put it in my hand instead because these holes are just way too big. Put that on that side. And the other side, I can just go like that because it's still on my fingers. I'm gonna just go like that. I'm gonna put a little bit more. Just a little bit. And I'm gonna put cayenne pepper. I like spice. I fuck with spice. Okay. And I'm also gonna use crushed red pepper. Put that on that side. I want that stuck on there. I'm gonna do the other side as well. And we're also gonna season it some more when we're cooking it, but this is what it looks like. Okay, let me get my pan out. Checking on the rice. Yeah, all that steam, but our rice is good. That didn't take long at all. Again, it's not a lot of rice. That is so good right there. Okay, I'm gonna cover it again. Put that to the side. Now I'm ready to cook my salmon. Cheers. Oof, this is so exciting. So I put my stove on, I put it on 5. I've got this extra virgin olive oil. Just gonna put a little bit of that in the pan. And since this burner is hot because I just took the rice off of it, I don't need to let that sit there for too long. Like this pan is pretty hot already. So I'm actually gonna increase the heat a bit because I wanna sear my salmon. This is how I cook my salmon. So I'm gonna put the heat really high. I'm gonna lay it down. We want it to be nice and brown. That's why I put the heat on high. Like I have the heat on 7 right now. We want it to be nice and brown, and then we're gonna cook it a different way. All right, so now it's got a nice brown on it. I just peeked from the other side. Let's flip it over. Ooh. Yes, ma'am, that's exactly what we like. Just like that. So I'm gonna let this side get brown as well. And then to cook the inside, we're gonna reduce the heat, and I'm gonna actually cook it in some wine. I didn't just get this wine for sipping, I also got it for cooking. I'm not a wine connoisseur. Like I don't really know what wines are good to cook with and which ones are good to drink, what pairs with what. I have no clue. I just like to drink wine. Sometimes I like to put it in my food and it comes out good. So I bought a Riesling Pinot Grigio just for me to drink, but now that I'm making salmon, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's use that for that too. So I'm gonna put some of that wine in the pan, and I'm gonna put it on low. As soon as the salmon gets brown on the other side, I'm gonna put the wine in the pan, I'm gonna put it on low, and I'm gonna let it simmer. All right, so this is exactly what we want it to look like. I'm gonna add my wine to the pan. Love that. I love that sound. Okay. And now I also have this VH lemon and herb peri peri that I'm gonna add a bit too. Just like that. Okay, and let me take my fork. Try to mix that up. Get it all around. And now that's how we're gonna cook the rest of our salmon. Because it's just seared on the outside, but it's not really cooked on the inside. So this is what we're gonna cook it in. I want that wine and the peri peri to mix perfectly. Okay, boom, there we go. Just like that. Just like that, I'm gonna keep it on 3. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna cover it. Now we enjoy. Let me grab my glass. Enjoy while that cooks. Ugh, and it smells so divine in here. All right, I'm recording on my phone now, so if the quality looks a little different, that's why, but let's take a look at our salmon. Oof, it's been real quiet. Oh my God, that looks so good. Wow, 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 wow. That looks so good. Let me try a little piece. Let me try that right there. Oh my God, that is so tasty. But yes, this is what it looks like. I'm gonna flip it over, cook it for like another 5 to 7 minutes, and then our salmon should be good. Alrighty, so this is the final result. I tasted that little bit of it and it was so good. So I already portioned my rice. I'm just gonna lay this on top of the rice. So I'm just gonna lay that on top. Oh my God, I'm so fucking geeked. Now I'm gonna cut up my avocado, put it on the side. I'm gonna do a little display thing for y'all. Pro tip, if you're not gonna use all of your avocado and you wanna store the rest, like I'm only gonna use this amount because it's a pretty big avocado. Like this avocado is huge. If you don't wanna eat all of it, but you don't want it to turn brown, lemon juice. You can use real lemons, of course, but I use concentrated lemon juice because I don't wanna waste my actual lemons. Just pour that all over, like make sure that gets everywhere. Put that in a Ziploc bag or in a Tupperware or whatever, put it in the fridge. It's not gonna turn brown, trust me. That does not look pretty, but it's cool. This is what it looks like underneath. It still looks so damn delicious. Okay, this is my salmon avocado rice bowl. Inspired by TikTok. I'm gonna mash it up first and then let me put the avocado back. So all Alright, so I mixed everything up. I'm gonna add a little more of the mayo racha. Now I can put the avocado back on. Let's put that back. Okay, let's open up our seaweed. We got our seaweed. Now, I guess my lens is a little dirty. Right, now let's test it out. That's what it looks like. Now we're gonna take our seaweed and do this thing. So you take the seaweed and you take some of the rice salmon mixture, you put it in the seaweed. Okay, that's a little bit messy. I think they do it with chopsticks. I don't have chopsticks. I used my last pair of chopsticks last week. Okay, a little bit of avocado. Oh my God, oh my God. Okay. That's like a good bite right there. I'm gonna, should I one bite it? Or should I two bite it? Should I one bite it? That's what it looks like. So good. All right. Ugh. Oh my God. That is so freaking good. Wow. But like, I knew it was gonna be good. You can't go wrong with any of these ingredients. Avocado, rice, mayo, sriracha, seaweed. Oh, I'm telling you, the seaweed makes it so much better. I'm not gonna lie, without the seaweed, it's regular. The seaweed is what takes it over the top. You need this. Wow. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up. Okay, don't play with me. Don't put no thumbs down on my shit. Leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you liked it so I can do more stuff like this. Cause I be in the kitchen, like, I be on my chef life sometimes. So I definitely have a lot more tricks and like tips and stuff that I can show you in the kitchen. So if you enjoyed that, leave a thumbs up and let me know so I can do more of that. Cheers. And I'll see you in my next video. Ugh.
We ain't having no hope. I got look like a charm. 50 rest on the arm. A tsunami, a storm. I stay flowers, they all born. Put these hoe like it's pouring. I get higher than the Osborne. I'm at couch for torn. Getting money is so important. Thought I was done.